on radio, on YouTube, and on your smartphone. This is TTUTA Speaks. We invite all listeners to tune into I-95.5 every Thursday morning at approximately 7:25 for TTUTA Speaks, a program which highlights local, regional, and international issues affecting the education sector. Good morning to all listeners and welcome to TTUTA Speaks. I'm your presenter, Barry Joel Desain. Before we begin, I have a quick announcement for the members of TTUTA's retiree section who are reminded of their termly meeting. This meeting would be held on Saturday the 24th of February at the Mucurapo East Secondary School in Port of Spain. Registration begins at 9:30 a.m. Today's TTUTA Speaks segment features a commentary by Tobago officer Mr. Braden Roberts regarding school violence in our sister isles. Here is Mr. Roberts.
Good morning, listeners to the program. We are once here again to discuss school violence in Tobago. And it's unfortunate that after each of these incidents, we would have that sensationalized period where everyone has their attention to it and then it dies down and nothing happens until the next incident. We have a system that caters for those students who are most humble. They can sit in class, pay attention, and participate with the current curriculum that focuses on the concepts. Over years, we will get top performers. We celebrate those top performers, and very little attention is given to the rest. So the top performers are the cream. What happens to the others? We also have the situation in Tobago especially, where these persons who are at the top, when they go on to complete their bachelor's and their master's, their doctorate, what is there to attain in Tobago in terms of a position? What can you be employed as unless you open your own business? So most of these persons will eventually leave the island and in some cases leave the country altogether. What we are left with? The same persons who we are not giving much attention to that would have come through that school system. We need to change the way in which we deliver the curriculum, unless we're going to continue to lose many while we celebrate a few. The curriculum needs to become more meaningful to our students. I would have been at school, we would have learned the Pythagoras theorem and cosine and tangent and would have used none of those things since graduating. However, there are areas where those things will come in handy. So we need to show our students where those things can be applied. We would discuss random topics in each subject area. Mathematics, we pull an example from a textbook. Why don't we focus those examples on the tourism sector? Because we would want persons to be able to boost the tourism sector, but are we preparing our students to become citizens who can boost our tourism sector? We want to promote agriculture. How are we preparing those persons? Only those persons who pick agriculture in secondary school will have that understanding of agriculture. We need to use those key areas infused in all our subject areas where schools may have a particular project that all the content is geared towards some meaningful application, where the standard 1 teacher understands what the standard 5 teacher needs, and vice versa, we work together on that. The math teacher will understand what the account teacher is focusing on and so on. We have that working relationship there where we have some sense of direction and not such of a segmented system where the math teacher does his curriculum, the accounts teacher does his or her curriculum, the standard 3 teacher completes her curriculum for that class level and they move on to the next. We need to have something where our students are captivated into something meaningful. If we look carefully, we would see that we are competing against the poison that is coming out of the Trinidad music, the other elements that is easily accessible to our students at the tip of their fingertips. We need to be able to get our children focusing on the positive things. How do we do that? We can't do the same things we have been doing all the while and hope that these students will just choose positive things. If we get them choosing these positive things, however, they won't have time to be doing all this fighting and the violent acts upon each other. Unfortunately, what persons want now is something to slap on as an initiative that in 2-3 months you will see a quick fix. the things that we're experiencing now didn't just happen overnight. It took some time, and the answer would take some time. So that's the call. We are hoping that school violence could be addressed in a sustainable manner, and we need to look at the minds of our children and how we can influence that in a very positive way.
You have been listening to TTUTA Speaks. To contact us, please dial 610-3850. That's 610-3850. Or you may email our president at president@tuta.org. That's president@ttuta.org. Please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, where recordings of interviews, events, and other materials are uploaded regularly. Like us by giving a thumbs up, hit the notification bell, and subscribe.